Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sheila here in Bohodaydreams, and welcome to my channel. I'm back, and I have created a textile package called Shades of Pink. I was gone for about 6 weeks, and in that time, I met several of the crafters in our groups. So, hi, Wendy. Hi, Lorna and Arlene, and hi, Laverne and Mindy. Hello, all you ladies. It was such a blessing to meet you all. Sun is shining today. Thank you, Bob. It had tried to snow a little bit earlier on today, but that didn't happen. The mountains are covered in snow, and our mornings are quite chilly. So, I'm here with this package I want to show you. It's very beautiful, and as this is take number, I don't know, 10 maybe, could be more. I'm kind of thinking, okay, Sun, you're not cooperating with me. You're making everything look neon when there's nothing neon in here. Package is a bit heavier, so for international interest, I just have to let you know that either I need to modify it to bring the weight down, or the shipping is more. That's just, when you put in a lot of pieces that are heavy and jewelry like the pieces that are in here, shipping tends to go up. I just want to show you the inspiration to this, because this is something that I wanted to create in the summertime already, in May, and I never got to it. I was gone a lot, back a lot, gone and back. So this is the inspiration. This is a square dance tapestry, and it comes from Randi Kirby, and she's in the Bohodaydreams group, and she created this. And then she had a challenge to name it. And all these pieces come from little pieces of sari that she's collected, and most of these are pieces of mine. This piece here is just a sari silk piece, and this is just a little applique. You'll see some of those in this collection. You'll see some sari like that in the collection. So this is just a beautiful way of using those little scraps. And she is Speckled Seahorse on YouTube, and she actually, I do believe, has a bit of a tutorial on that. So let me think, is there anything else that I need to tell you before we open the package up? Can't think of it. Okay, so this is what your package is going to look like. And I have 8 packages left. I only made 10, and I haven't actually promoted them yet because I wanted to get them on YouTube before they're all gone. So they'll come to you dressed like this. All these pieces that you're going to see in this package are vintage, very old, all authentic pieces from India, unless otherwise mentioned. And there's a few pieces in here that are not, and I'll point those out as I go along. So each one will have a bead, one of these little boho beads, and these are from Magnolia Seed. And she gifted these to me, and I sent her some textiles as a result because they're so lovely. She said she had too many, and she thought they would be beautiful, gracing my packages, and so I put them on my packages. I'm almost out of them, but as long as I have them, I'll put them on the packages. All right, so let's see. So here, first thing is a little applique. It's so cute. And there is a piece of this, and this is vintage trim. And it's not Indian, but it is pretty old, and I saved it for this collection after I found it in my stash, because I knew that it would just be so pretty and complementary to this collection. This here is a piece of trim that I got from India, and my friend who sends me trims, well, I buy trims from him now. He finds them for me, and then he sends me pictures, and he said these come from his factory, because he has a trim and textile factory that's been in his family for nearly 100 years. They've been doing this. So he says they're all hand set. All those stones are hand set. You'll have a variety of silk pieces that are coordinating pieces to the pieces that are inside. You'll notice that the pieces are kind of oddly shaped. I don't cut off the excess anymore. I just send it to you crafters, because there's the scraps that I get when I do that is just too much. So because we make beads and we do all sorts of stuff with the little snippy pieces, I send them to you now instead. So your pieces are going to not be nice and square. They might be rather awkwardly cut. And I'm going to apologize for some of the awkwardly cut pieces, because my scissors, none of them cut properly any longer. None of them. So here's a piece of silk. And the silk is going to have its backing, and it's a beautiful gauzy piece of cotton. So there's that. And this is, I don't know if you can see the shimmer on it, but it is just beautiful. This is old, very old. This is a silk sari. And I cut the sari into fat quarters for this package because it is beautiful. It's flower garden-ish, and it is just gorgeous. And everybody has a fat quarter of this silk. Then you go inside, and everybody's package is going to be wrapped in a piece of cream sari. Some of your pieces are going to have the silver sequins on both sides, and some are going to have it just on the one side. And they're 8 inches by the full length of the sari. And this is a beautiful silk crepe. So going in, everybody has this. Look how beautiful that is. This comes from a scarf. And yes, it took my breath away to cut this. Yes, I get asked that quite often. And it does, because this piece is all hand stitched in the back. All these beads are done by hand. And it's so pretty. I think I have one little piece left for myself. There's an applique. Beautiful pink jewels with silver. Oh, it's so pretty. And that came from a top, a sari top. And this is the coordinating trim that was on the bottom of it. Isn't that pretty? And this is another piece that, it comes from a top. So everybody's piece is small. And I hope I even saved a piece for myself. But it is just so pretty. And look at the back. It's all the beading is hand done. And the sequins, it's all hand done. That is so pretty. Everybody has a piece of this. Whoops. Sometimes they have a mind of their own. And I tried to iron everything so it lays nice and flat. Because it's very important to me how the package goes, how the parcel actually, my bundle goes into the package. Sometimes it doesn't reach you the same way as what it went into the package. So here's another beautiful piece that comes from a top. And this piece is a little bit different in a few of the packages. A few of the packages, this is the bottom. So a few of your packages are going to have more of the top piece. It won't have this. It'll have more other jewels on it. Then there are trims. And these are trims from my friend in India. So every package is going to have some of these beautiful trims. And I tried to save these already for this package because these are just so beautiful. And this is like a flower garden. There's another piece of trim with the pink jewels. And I think this comes from the same piece. This was the hem of the skirt. So isn't that pretty? Everyone has a piece of that. And this is a little bit of iridescent green. But this is a tea rose. And it's just beautiful. Oh, it's all stitched. That's beautiful. All the little jewels in there. I believe that's all hand done. Yep, all hand done. I love it. And here's a beautiful flower applique. And I purchased this directly from India too. And it's all gone. I don't even know if I have a piece saved for myself, but it is just beautiful. Look at all that work, all hand done. So beautiful. And this scarf, this is a beautiful scarf, and it's such a delicate pink, and it's all embroidered. And I did hold my breath when I cut this piece, because this is got to be my favorite. It's so delicate. There's another piece in here of the body of the scarf. Just so delicate. This is really neat. All these pieces are individual beads. Just, oh, it's so pretty. I don't know how much as you can see, it's all hand done. I don't know how many pieces of that I have left. And here's another piece of a very old sari. This is very, very old. It's kind of like a paper sari. So there's a piece of trim. This is heavy. This is heavy. This is an applique. And it's all hand done. All hand beaded, hand strung. Just beautiful. And that's old too. Most of these pieces are a lot older than the vintage. This is beautiful. Some of your pieces are going to be on a pink background. This just happened to be on a sage background. So these are all old. They're all used pieces. None of it's new. So you'll see some staining on them sometimes. Sometimes your edge will be used. They're all clean. It's just that they've been used, and for whatever reason, the stains didn't come out. Look at this. I don't know if you can see. Look at the beautiful pattern in there. Just beautiful. And this is an embroidered piece on silk. And it is, oh, it's beautiful. Look at the beautiful turquoise on there. Oh, I love that. And here's one of those awkward pieces. Awkward pieces, because instead of just cutting this piece out and sending that to you crafters, I just cut the whole piece as it was and just send the extra to you. This is beautiful. This is a little applique, like you see right here. Kind of like that. Same sort of thing. And this beautiful tea rose. Then there is, these are not from India. These are vintage pieces that I found at an old thrift store and included them because they are just gorgeous. This piece of eyelet is just so soft. And it's just old. And this piece of embroidered cotton, just beautiful. An ivory piece of lace. And this isn't old. This isn't old. This I found. I'm not even sure where I found it. And I got the last of it. And so it's not available anymore. So when my lace of that is gone, then it's all gone. These are pieces of silk that are embroidered with gold threads, gold wire, gold sequins, and then some of the pieces are going to have the piece of silk on the back. So instead of throwing that away, I just left it on. And here's a piece also, and here's the staining that I'm talking about. This is a piece of silk, and it's a complementary piece to this. It's very old, and some of the staining is just natural staining. It was like that a long time ago. Hasn't gotten any worse, but I didn't even try and scrub that out. It is what it is. This is another one of those awkwardly cut pieces because it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Look at the sparkles on that. Those are iridescent sequins, and this was on an Indian dress. It's just beautiful. And attached here is a piece of the beaded flower that would have been tucked away somewhere in the dress, but when I destructured it, then I found that, and so I thought I would just leave that on. Maybe there is a purpose for it. Piece of lace that came from one of the scarves, I think. And this, oh, this piece, I love this. This is so soft. It's really thickly embroidered, and I don't know if you can see the sequins on there. They're really faint. It is so soft. Oh my goodness. This is also a piece, when I cut it, I was just like, ah, I'll never see that again. It's just beautiful. You will love that piece. And this too. This piece. Oh, this is so pretty. It's iridescent. It has pink iridescent, and it has, oh, I don't even know. It's kind of like a clear iridescent. And it's so light. It is just beautiful. Another piece. This is a light tea colored piece. It's not iridescent. Sorry, it's not the neon that it looks like in my camera. It's so pretty and so delicate. Delicate embroidery and some hand beaded pieces. I don't even know. This could possibly be. Yeah, it looks like it might be hand embroidered. That's quite possible. I have several pieces that I've found in my searching and collecting career that actually, yeah, it feels like a career, that are hand embroidered, and this is just one of them. Wow, I might, if I had looked at that a little closer, I probably wouldn't have cut that. But I did. Everyone has a piece. Okay, so this is the body to the scarf that I cut. It is so light, and I don't know, that looks like it's possibly hand embroidered too, but I don't know. I can't really tell. I don't know. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness, everybody has a beautiful piece of that, and I saved some for me. This comes from a dress. This is a panel of a dress, so it's very lightweight with the little flowers. Now this is a piece of, feels like cotton, but it's not embellished, but it's a beautiful kind of purplish pink, but the texture on it is really neat, and just the way the folds lie, that it's Indian because it came from one of my Indian textiles. But I thought I would include it because it just really feels interesting. Wow, you can't tell that I ironed this. That's no good. So here's a piece also, and this is kind of a muted tea rose, kind of a Victorian rose color. Very soft, beautiful little applique on there. Some hand work on there. And this piece is heavy. This is also a darker Victorian rose. Just gorgeous. Look at that. All that beading on there. Oh my goodness. All that beading. You can see all the hand beading that went on in the back. Everyone has a lovely piece of that. This is nearly gone. Oops. This is nearly gone. All the pink is basically gone. And if you have a piece that has blue on it, it's because it's the ends. A lot of pieces are just going to be pink like that. So this will be the only piece of colored, other than the trim on this, that's not pink. It's beautiful though. Look at all that. I love the handiwork that went into these these pieces. It's a little applique, and I've seen this used because I've put this in other kits before. I've seen this used, and it just looks beautiful. I saved a piece for me. I love this. I love this. It's kind of a dusty Victorian tea rose with some gold in it, and it's beautiful. This is my second most favorite piece in the pile. Actually, maybe the third. No, it's tied for the other pink piece. It's just a piece of sari with a very interesting feel to it, and it's got silver threads woven through it. So typically you see a lot of gold, but with this package you're seeing more silver. I think they think pink and silver is it. Here's another piece of pink with some jewels in it. This one has some embroidered flowers in it. And this is a piece of silk. Comes from a dress. It's just beautiful. So everybody got a piece of that. And you also get the complimentary lining to it. If there was a lining that I could give you, you got it. Here's another piece. This is beautiful. This is kind of one of those reversible pieces. Which way is prettier? And it's just kind of like a different look to it, however you hold it. And there's also your piece of lining that goes with that. A piece of very silky, I don't know if you can see that. See if I can move my light a little bit. Oops, oops. You can see the pattern in it. This is a lighter tea rose color. And it's so silky with the flowers in them. This kind of looks like one of the pieces that I got when I went to, was on my travels the last time or the time before. And I went to a lady's place, and she had, that I purchased from her, she had several pieces like this, and they're from West Africa. And this looks to be hand done. A lot of this. And it's very similar to the ones that I got from her. Very similar. I've seen others. I have a few other pieces that look about the same. Another piece that's just a beautiful pattern that comes from one of the saris or the dress. I'm not sure if the top. And I'm sorry, this one's a little bit wrinkled. They're all ironed before I put them into a package. So I don't know what's going on here. It's very beautiful though, very delicate. It's a deeper pink. And here's another piece. This is kind of like the magenta pink. Kind of a nice contrast. And the piece is awkward. And you get the lining. Look at that. That's all hand done. Just because I don't want to throw away, like I've said before, I don't want to throw away stuff. Maybe it's handy for you. If you prefer that you don't have the extra little pieces of fabric, then I can just cut that off. But I prefer to send it to you. So this is the package. There may be a few other pieces yet that I put in as I find. I don't know. I don't know. There's always something. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, there's only 8, I think, left. So if you are wanting one of these, you'll have to message me as soon as you can. And, oh, yes, and another thing to mention is I do not have I do not have an Etsy store. You'll have to email me or find me in the Facebook group Bohodaydreams or on the Facebook page. Just message me and let me know if you need any more information regarding this package. All of my details for contact will be in the description box. Bye!